When it comes to losing weight, many focus on diet, nutrition, and exercise. That is great and all, but people are missing the mark on the most important thing to help you lose weight, and that is mindset and emotions. Emotional eating is something that I've struggled with. Emotionally eating in response to chronic pain. Emotionally eating in response to a long week of work. Emotionally eating in response to all the stresses in our lives. But it is the space between stimulus and the response where our power lies. Recognizing our triggers before we respond to them before emotionally eating is key. Noticing the emotions and how it tricks us into thinking we are hungry. Emotional eating is a response our body does to help us deal with pain. It is a survival response, but it is up to us to interrupt that response with healthier habits instead. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what I do to help keep my emotional eating at bay. Welcome to my What I Eat in a Day to Stop Emotional Eating. Emotional eating. Depression is an evil thing. Like, I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and I'm like, my body looks amazing. Sometimes I wish my mind would just catch up to the way my body is looking and is where it's going. Like, I'm still far from my goal. And the thing about emotional eating is that it will trick you into thinking that you need to eat when you don't. Like right now, I wake up, I'm not really hungry, but I'm stressed. I'm having a lot of anxiety. I'm getting a PMDD attack, and the flesh is attacking me, as what the Christians say. The flesh is attacking me. The flesh is weak, but the spirit is strong. And right now I just feel like I want to eat. I just want to binge. I want to eat like crazy. But that's not the case. Food is not the answer to dealing with your emotional problems. I want to eat because I want to take my mind off of this pain that I'm feeling. Like, depression is not fun. It's not fun. And I work so hard, and I'm working so hard, and I've worked so hard for years, you know? Like, lately I've been doing Joe Dispenza's meditations. Just been meditating 1, 2, 3 hours a day. I don't even know. Like, I'm losing weight. Maybe it's the situation I'm in. Maybe I just need to get out of this situation, and maybe things will be easier. So my point to you guys is, when you're going through a bout of wanting to emotionally eat, you feel like the cravings are out of the control, ask yourself this. It's going to take time. It's going to take practice. You're going to fail, and that's okay. Failure is part of success. Am I hungry, or am I stressed out? Am I hungry, or am I depressed? Am I hungry, or am I anxious? Because right now I'm not hungry, but I'm anxious, and I just want to take away this feeling. Right now, I'm not hungry, but I'm depressed, and I just want this feeling to go away. It's due to my PMDD, I know it is, but this is how you differentiate or tell the difference. I'm having problems speaking between emotional eating and really being hungry. And what do? You find ways to take care of yourself. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have a coffee, I'm gonna get my clothes on, and I'm gonna walk girlfriend here and get some therapy outdoors. One of the first things I do to help combat emotional eating is I drink 500 milliliters of water. The trick with emotional eating is to convince your body that you are full. You gotta constantly convince your body you're satisfied, so you can destroy that habit of trying to overeat to soothe your emotions. This is so real and raw because I'm going through it right now, guys. I'm literally going through it right now. Anxiety in my chest, PMDD, depression. I'm just, I'm going through it. I'm just really upset at myself for the decisions I made in the past. But as my son says, who's so wise, he's like, we all make mistakes. It's okay. I'm just so glad I have him. Such a wise soul. And everything I'm doing is for him. So, emotions are real and raw here. So I have water, and then the next thing I do is I go to Starbucks, which is what I'm at right now. I'm in the parking lot. I'm waiting for my coffee, and I have a venti Americano with 5 packs of Splenda in some whipping cream, as in whipping cream, heavy cream, not whipping cream, heavy cream. Just a bit of it. I want the fat content. So I'm gonna go grab that. And to help replace the negative habit of wanting to binge and wanting to overeat and wanting to stress eat, we're gonna go for a walk with the dog. And then after I go on a walk with the dog, I'll be seeing my therapist. So yay, I haven't seen her in a month. That wasn't fun because it was the worst month of my life, but I made it through. Now let's go get my coffee and let's go on a walk. When it comes to losing weight, guys, it's all about becoming a new person. It's all about making that transformation from within. You can lose weight, but there's a reason why there's many people who lose weight to only rebound it. And that reason is because they didn't fully changed. They changed temporarily, but they regress back to their old habits. And the only way to avoid regressing back to your old habits is to continuously be aware of your subconscious mind, aware of your conscious mind, aware of your thoughts. And awareness happens with meditation. Awareness happens with journaling. Awareness happens with sitting down with yourself and understanding what is going on inside your head. Inner work is the hardest work. You'll lose weight faster than you losing the weight on your mind. As you guys can see through my journey, I'm losing weight so fast, but my mind is not keeping up. And this morning, as you guys saw in the beginning, I had thoughts of binging. I had thoughts of giving up. But it wasn't until I faced those thoughts, and it's not easy, and I decided to use my logical mind to get through that. And instead of eating, I chose to get a coffee, drink some water, and get in some nature therapy. Now I won't be home because I'm gonna go see my therapist right after this, and I'm gonna get some help from her. So I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, I just got back from therapy with my psychologist, which is a very key thing to do when struggling with emotional eating. If you don't have a psychologist or a therapist, it's important to do some sort of mental health work on the daily. You can get mental health self-help books, or you can just find ways to support your mental health through journaling or what have you. But I saw her and we had a very powerful session because I'm holding a lot of anxiety in my body. My body is scared. My body is terrified. And that's not really helping my injuries because it's making me hold on to things tighter. Like my pecs on this side is just so tight. So when dealing with pain, because pain, I gotta talk about this, guys. Pain is a major trigger for my stress eating and my emotional eating. It's the reason why I ballooned to almost 300 pounds in the first place. When I got pregnant with my son, as you guys know, and if you don't know, I'm gonna explain the story very quickly. When I got pregnant with my son, I had morning sickness from week 8 to literally labor. I threw up during labor. I cannot keep any foods down. Nothing. I was on medication for it and everything. I lost weight during pregnancy. My son came out. Things got complicated because at the time I wanted to do a natural birth, but I shouldn't have because my birth canal and hips are very narrow. Doctors wanted me to do a C-section, but I was just brainwashed by Facebook and the whole natural delivery and you gotta breastfeed and all this stuff. Thank God that's changing now. And I got an injury in my muscles, in my transverse abdominis, in my pelvic floor. If you don't know where the pelvic floor is, in women, it is in our vagine. Basically, the muscles in there are very tight. It sounds like I'm advertising. I'm not advertising anything, but it's the truth because there's this weird conception when it comes to women's health that when women give birth, they somehow get looser down there. That's not true. That is not true. When there's injuries, well, some women do, but I didn't. This is so awkward to talk about on the internet. Like, I know I'm talking to women, like women
I love you. But I know there's men that watch me and men think differently than us. But anyway, well, I digress. Let me continue. So it gets tight down there, and so tight to the point when you have tight pelvic floors, it can really mimic a sciatic nerve injury. So it radiates from my lower back down to my legs. So pretty much the tight pelvic floor is causing, because it's overworking due to injury, is causing tight gluteus maximus, basically the piriformis on the left side is really tight. It's all on my left side because that's where I felt the pain when he was coming out of me. My hip, my IT band, not really my hamstrings, but if I'm really bad, it can go into there. And my quads get really, really tight to the point where it causes so much pain. So that's why acupuncture and exercise really helps me. So when you have an injury, exercise is like everything. Hence why, you know, with my shoulder and everything, I'll be exercising a lot. But pain is a big trigger for me. So instead of turning to eating unhealthy foods when it comes to stress eating and emotional eating, and when I'm in a high pain flare-up like I am now, I do other things. So for example, I fasted. Sometimes that helps, it doesn't. I actually broke my fast today at 17 hours because the pain was too much. Let me explain, because I was talking to Cole about this and he's like, why are you eating if you're in pain? Sometimes when you're healing and you're fasting and there's a point where your pain is out of control and you do everything to take care of it, you have to eat. Like, there's a point in your healing where you have to eat because your body needs the resources to like heal. And not only that, I'm also on my period's coming in 5 days. So it's really important that you support your body during this time of the month. And Dr. Mindy Pelz talks about the importance of consuming carbs. That's why I'm doing cyclical keto, guys, because I'm a woman. I need to have carbs that week leading up to my period and those first couple days into my period to help progesterone. I'm learning this from Dr. Mindy Pelz. I'm breaking myself out of ketosis with healthy carbs. There's a key to that. In my traditional Chinese medicine doctor gave me a bunch of carbs that are healthy. I think Japanese yam is one of them. I gotta go to the Asian supermarket and find it. To be eating these carbs to help support my body healing and just, you know, healthy carbs. I'm not gonna go out and grab pizza. That's dumb. You don't wanna lead into those cravings when you're on your period in an unhealthy way. That's something I'm gonna talk about more on Sunday in my live tomorrow. But my friend Shea Butter did ask me a question about that. I'll go into it more details about how I deal with that. And when it comes to that time of month, guys, you gotta support your body. Now, you wanna eat things that are healthy. If you are craving French fries, make them yourself. If you are craving a cake, make it yourself. Make it a healthy alternative cake. Please make healthy alternative things. If you're craving sweets, healthy alternatives. And if you don't like them, start adapting your taste buds to them because you don't wanna be dosing yourself with a bunch of sugar. And another thing I really love to use or consume when I'm on my period is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is so good for you. I had 4 squares just not too long ago. That is about 200 calories and it just has so much good in it. The magnesium, you get the chocolate cravings fixed and everything. I know if you don't like dark chocolate, guys, suck it up. You gotta change your taste buds, okay? Gotta change your taste buds. I'm sorry, you gotta change your taste buds. Like, your taste buds are messed up right now if things like dark chocolate and vegetables don't taste good to you. So that's something you gotta work on. So when it comes to dealing with emotional eating and stress eating, for me, and dealing with the pain, I make sure I eat foods that will support me. I make sure I eat foods that will help me. I'm not gonna eat foods that are gonna cause further damage. Now, don't get me wrong, once in a while you can have something that is unhealthy, but me personally, I'm not touching anything unhealthy. I will probably be doing cheat meals once a month, literally, and maybe once every other month. There's no need to have a cheat meal every weekend because it's just gonna ruin your progress. That's what was happening to me. You know, a good rule of thumb, if you don't wanna go from, you know, every week to 1 month, do every other week because, again, you wanna train your taste buds to appreciate those meals as you go through. I'm gonna try to eat this. I'm having a lot of stomach issues right now. You don't know, I struggle to eat food. Doctor thinks there's an ulcer in my stomach. I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. This all happened after amitriptyline. I believe it's the thoracic spine too, but I'm gonna try to chow this down and then take a break, and I'll catch you guys in the kitchen while I make some beef liver, because I need beef liver. There's something in beef liver that's very powerful, like the nutrients in there. Another tip for emotional eating and stress eating: eat highly nutritious foods. Dense nutritious foods. We're gonna jump into that next. My therapist told me to suck on a lemon today. Not in that way. We're doing like visualization, and she was just giving me things to help me get out of my mode of panic. And anything like lemon, just right. It's helping my stomach, that's for sure. So right now I am making my famous beet juice concoction. I put some Crystal Light in there, cut up some ginger. Some of it was organic, some of it was regular ginger. I cut up 2 beets, and I'm squeezing in some lemon. And I started doing this concoction after I got hit with the flu last month. It was like the worst flu of my life. My son brought it home. He had it for like 2 months, and we never get sick. Like, we don't. And the reason why I'm drinking this is because it's a highly nutritious food, a highly dense nutritious food. Beets are powerful. Ginger is powerful. And I find that ginger has some really powerful anti-hunger effects. So I'm gonna blend this and drink away. All right, we are gonna cook some beef liver. Beef liver is such a freaking high dense nutrient food. It is packed with vitamin K, which is essential for bone health. It is packed with vitamin A, which is essential for immune support and essential for our kidneys and our brain function. It is full of potassium. It's got minerals in the form of copper. It is full of iron. Beef liver is a superfood that is not categorized as a superfood because it should be. I personally like to eat adult beef liver as opposed to the one from the veal. The one from the veal is okay. I guess if you are not a fan of the taste of beef liver, go for the veal beef liver. So that's the liver from a baby cow. Sorry, my dog's walking around. Bo, lie down, you're making too much noise. I gotta cut her nails. It has less of a pungent taste. To me, there is no taste with beef liver if you know what to do. Like, the first thing I do is soak it. But I'm coming out with a video on how to cook beef liver, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, when it comes to emotional eating, guys, it is so important to eat foods that nourish you, eat foods that make you feel good. You don't want to be eating foods that trigger you to overeat. You want to eat foods that will help you along the way in your journey with dealing with emotional eating, because there is a physiological effect when it comes to eating, processed foods. I find when I eat certain foods or certain takeout foods, I just want to binge and overeat and binge and overeat and just eat. Like, there's something in these foods that make them addicting on a physiological level, and I'm sure there's information out there about that. So let's summarize everything I ate today on this little emotional eating video. So for my breakfast, I had dark chocolate and I had roasted seaweed snacks. Then for lunch, I had the egg white pizza bites. I had 2 servings of that. And then for my next meal, I had about 200 grams of beef liver. And then for my final meal, I had some of these beef medallions wrapped in bacon. So freaking good. There will be 2 more videos on emotional eating. I filmed this video 3 times and I got good content out of all of them. The next video that will be about emotional eating will kind of be like a sit down video sharing with you more tips and tricks because I had so much to reveal. And when it comes to losing weight, guys, if you do not get your emotional eating in check, weight loss is impossible. It's not going to happen because you are gonna respond to the scale not moving. You're gonna respond to, the stresses of life. You're gonna and respond in negative ways. So it is important to get that fixed and taken care of. If you made it this far into the video, just drop in 3 yellow hearts below or type in the word yellow hearts, because yellow is a color of hope. There is hope for you guys. If I can turn my years of binge eating around, you can do it too. If I can turn my years of stress eating and emotional eating around, you can do it too. Trust me, I was almost 300 pounds. Like, I'm living proof it can be done, but you gotta put in the work daily because you are worth putting in that work. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!